back. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you the task functionality. In the previous video, we already talked about the configuration required. Now the assumption is that we have completed the configurations. We're now ready to use the task system. There are a couple of ways that we can create a task. I'm going to show you the simplest, quickest, easiest way, which is by clicking on this little plus icon at the very top of the dashboard badge. So if you click on this one, that will give you an option to choose the type of task that you want. So billing staff task. I'm creating a billing staff task, and that is relation to a specific contact or a patient record. So I'm just choosing a sample patient record and testing, and I'm assigning these to another user in the organization, and this can be left blank. Here you can see that client contact assigned to an assigned location fields are not mandatory. Reason behind that is in the previous video, as I demonstrated, when we set up the task type, we can left these fields are optional, mandatory, or not required. We left those two fields are optional. That's why it's not mandatory. However, when setting up a task, if we tell the system that these three fields or any of these fields are mandatory, that should have that field, make that as mandatory, then nobody can create a task without having a value for any of those fields. So I'm assigning this to a user, and you can assign that to a location as well. You can add some note. For example, please follow up on the outstanding invoices on this client record. We can add some notes. So instead of we writing on a sheet of paper and sticking on the table, or we sending them a random email or SMS, or we basically telling the users, we can create a task. The advantage is that there will be a track of what happened so far, who was creating the task, who was followed up, was there any action taken, why it's pending, if not any action taken, why it's still pending, so that somebody else can action it. So this is the advantage of using a task system in K-Write itself. So we can add a start date, which is from today, as this badge indicates. The start or due dates to ensure a follow-up is created in the system. If you are adding a due date or due time, that specific item, that specific task will automatically become a follow-up item, which means we can left this as a simple task, or we can upgrade this task into a follow-up level. So which means this specific task has to be actioned or followed up on a specific day. For example, a specific task that has to be created for on a result, patient's result. Those are the kind of things they should be followed up on a timely manner. And in those tasks has to be created with a due date and due time. Now, if I create this task, I can see that, this is created by me, or these are the instruction. Okay, I created this task now. Okay, now let's have a look at the task list in dashboard. Okay, so there is a task list. I should be able to see that task under other task, which is billing staff task, or I can also see that under the outbox, because in my outbox, it can be somebody else's inbox. In outbox means I created this task so that I can see it. Now, I'm a staff member who looking at this screen, I can see that these are the other tasks, so that actually I can take off this task. You can just click on assign. That means now I'm the user who is responsible for taking action on that one. So in the inbox tab, you will see my task and other task list. My tasks are the tasks which are specifically assigned to me as the user, and I'm the person who is responsible for taking action on that. Or other tasks are the task assigned to the group that I belongs to. If I'm available, if I have the capacity, I can assign that into my list. Then from there onwards, that's my responsibility to get action on that task. Now, if you say, actually, I have taken that, then I realize that I can't finish it off, or I can't do that, you can always unassign. If you unassign that, that will go back to other task, which is again the pool of tasks, so that somebody else can take it from there. Once a task has been actioned, if you click on show, you can see what has to be done. Then once you complete, you can just hit complete button. That will automatically move that tab across to the complete button. And if you now go back to the completed tab, you can see the ones that you have completed. Task for others, if you want to see the task for others, and you can even search. That's just like a general search functionality. You can search by task type or the date as well. So this is the list of tasks and my health record task. If there is any task which our system automatically generated, which is as part of the my health record, that's in a separate section which is under my health record. Now, if you are adding a task due date and due time, as we mentioned before, that item will automatically flagged as a follow-up item. Here we can see that under the follow-up screen, which is dashboard task follow-up screen, we can see that these items are highlighted on red, which means we already passed the due date. So if you're adding a due date and due time, that item will automatically become a follow-up item. Again, at the point in time when we completed action it, we can mark that as complete. That will move across to the complete tab. So this is the complete workflow for task and workflows. So as mentioned in the previous video, there is only one configuration required, which is enabling the task category. And whenever you get some task assigned as a user, you will see that on basically on your dashboard itself. You will also see this pop-up little letter pop-up at the very top that will tell you how many pending tasks that are assigned to you. Thank you.